The east side is, I wouldn't say it's a fairly large neighborhood, no. It's pretty small, pretty close-knit. There's the vast majority of it is residential, so very few businesses, especially different types of restaurants, things like that. It's a little isolated, I would say. This is Eggers Woods. It's kind of the connector. It's a little bit of a hub. It's the border of Indiana, the farthest southeast you can go in the city of Chicago. Right here, this park is going to be an outlet for nature. I like to come out here for any reason necessary. If my son's not doing so well in school, we'll take a drive through Eggers Woods. We'll have a little park, and we're able to talk. We'll on a decent day, we'll come out here and grab a few burgers or hot dogs or whatever and have a quick picnic on one of the benches.
This is one of the few parts of the city where we have a middle class, a lower middle class, a working class, and a upper middle class all living together in the same neighborhood. On the other note, driving your bike to downtown, I've done it, and once, but I have done it. And we rode our bike from here all the way up to Navy Pier, had a couple of beers, and then rode our bikes back down. When I told people that later, they said, "You drove through those areas on your bike?" I said, "Yeah." Were you okay? Did anything happen? No. It's perfectly safe to ride your bike from here to downtown Chicago.
This is the representation for the Indiana-Illinois border, and as you see the sign right here behind us. Here you see the Chicago Skyway empties out right onto the Indiana Toll Road. Welcome to Chicago. Here's the beginning right now.
What we do here, we open the doors for these kids to display. You know, for one, they're displaying in a gallery, and they're 7th and 8th grade kids. You know, so that for them, you know, they felt proud. More or less, this is the whole Chicago violence, not our area. You know, with all the violence that was going on, you know, the police shootings and everybody going to shoot each other. It's actually going to be a planter box. And so the flowers will be all here. And then this right here, when it's going to be completed, will be a book swap. So we'll have books, which was actually Chris's idea to do a book swap. So you take a book, you leave a book. I mean, we'll have a solar powered light on top so they'll be able to see it. So, I mean, once they see that, it's a mosaic style light, you know, so when they see those lights, they'll know this is where you can pick up the library books. I mean, this was once known for like a steel mill, you know, that's what everybody holds on to. There was once a real strong steel mill, so the steel mills have been gone. So it's time to move forward to the future.
There was a group of volunteers that gathered youth from the area to paint this mural to symbolize different pieces of what we represent as Chicago, and especially the South Side. And I think something like this is necessary to really reinstate the value of the East Side to the youth. And this is the bridge where the Blues Brothers jumped, heading east towards Ewing Avenue in the East Side. During the movie, there was a famous scene where this bridge was going up, and the Blues Brothers jumped right over it, flying over. I've been coming into this hot dog stand my entire life, so I remember.
Oh, I remember when you were a little guy.
Yeah, it's such a neat thing to see this prosper and see that connection.
So 3 Chicago style hot dogs. In Chicago, we were rated number 4, which I was really surprised.
Very good. You like it? When my father passed in 2001, they actually named this portion of Ewing Avenue from 95th Street to 93rd Street after my dad, Robert Walter Rodriguez. So it's certainly a source of pride to see that street name up there. I live here because I choose to be here. I want to be close to my mother. I want to be close to my brothers and sisters. And so I think because I want to be here, I have my children. I want my children to have a great community to grow up in. I want to do anything that I can do to make this place better. But my mom also runs the food pantry right from this garage. So when the steel mills closed, all the people in the area needed more options for feeding themselves. And a local church started volunteering to offer cheese and butter to them. But then they went out of business. So my parents offered to do it from their house, here where we are now. She adopted 12 children and had 6 children naturally. So I come from a family of 18 brothers and sisters. Mom, when did you open the pantry? When did you begin doing the cheese and
Well,
butter?
we moved in here in '79, and we started right away in '80.
I was the first foster child.
He was 4 months old, and he was calling me Ma within a month.
So I was actually an abused child, and I was
Yeah.
taken away from my biological mother and put in La Rabida Hospital, which is we're Lakeshore and South Shore Mead.
We picked you up at La Rabida.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you see this burn that I have on my hand from my biological mother. It's my kind of my badge of honor, the things that I've been through, and also it helps me remember the promise to deliver, to be a better person, because so many people showed me how to be a better person. It's in my nature, and really I feel like I was raised to do this for people because, as I was saying earlier, if I have 12 bananas, we all get to have a banana. And that's the way that you learn in a big family, especially in a family that takes care of so much of the community.
But there was still hope in this community. See, that's the important thing about this community. It might look blight, it might look this, but it's vibrant. There's still so much energy and so much potential of just... Except that one thing is important. We're the new steel. We're the new steel. At one time, the steel was a product. Now the people of this community are the new steel. From here, we're getting senators, doctors, lawyers, police officers, people that you could be proud of,
Historically, Chicago, and especially the South Side, has had a little bit of a tougher, rougher reputation. The dividing line, I think, is something that makes a difference. You have people that don't want to go below Roosevelt and create this mystique about the South Side of Chicago and don't really understand what's here.